Hello students, welcome to our English class once again. Here, in today's class, let us see how idioms work in our regular language. You might have seen a number of idioms in your previous lessons. This will be a revision for you in terms of what idioms are and how they work in our language. Okay, and also after idioms, we shall have another session. Now, let's see here fish out of water. What is fish out of water? When someone who is not comfortable in a particular position, we say that, okay, I'm feeling like fish out of water. That means fish cannot stay out of water. So, when we are not comfortable in any particular situation, we feel that we are out of water. So, in that case, we can use this idiom. Okay. Now, house or home free. So, what is this house or home free idiom? How does it work? See, when we are free of doing, means when a particular difficult task is completed and when we feel that, okay, now whatever burden is there on us, it's over, now we are relaxed. Then in that situation, we can say we are home free. A difficult part of something has been completed. Okay. Now, lose heart. Lose heart in sense, here feeling very bad. So, don't lose heart because you have a better way to live or you are going to get a better future. Like so, when you feel bad or when you feel low, you use this idiom, lose heart. Okay, so we should never lose our heart because God is there with us. Now, bite the bullet. What is this biting the bullet? Means very hard or difficult thing to do or to accept. Okay? To do or accept something very unpleasant which we don't like. Okay? After a period of hesitation. But we accept because it is a must. So, biting the bullet means accepting something which is not pleasant. Now, you are a bit of dark horse. That means if you know any person who hide their quality and if you come to know all of a sudden about them, you can use this idiom. Okay? You are a bit of a dark horse. Okay? Dark horse. Cock and bull stories. So, if you say something which is not true and if the opposite person knows about it, they might say like, okay, don't tell cock and bull stories. They might say like, okay, right. So, cock and bull stories. It's a pretty familiar idiom you can use in your regular language. Now, uphill battle, uphill task. That means very difficult task which you need to complete. See, for me, performing on online classes is really an uphill battle because it's very difficult for me. And doing maths for some people is an uphill task because it's very difficult for them. So, for whatever you feel difficult, you can use this idiom. Okay? Now, grease one's palm. Raise one's palm. That means it's like bribing, giving bribe, okay? And taking money, giving money for illegal reasons, okay? That is grease one's palm. Okay? Illegal payments. So we should never do that. We should never encourage even, okay? Now, at 6s and 7s means, this way or that way. What to do, what not to do, how to do, where to go. Shall I choose this one? Shall I go in that way? So, if we are in a confused position, we can say this way or that way, or if it's not organized in a proper way, you can say at 6s and 7s. Okay. Now, see here, Let the cat out of the bag. Let the cat out of the bag. That means to reveal a secret. Okay, to tell somebody what the secret is. If you keep something back, and if you don't want others to know, and if some other person comes and say the same, you see, who let the cat out of the bag? Okay, so this idiom is quite common in usage. Okay children, so far we have seen so many idioms, and idioms, what we feel is they enhance the beauty of the language. So I don't think it's easy to understand and use them, but it is definitely easy when you regularly practice in your language uses. Okay, now let us see what binomials are. What are binomials? Binomials are the noun phrase with two heads joined by a conjunction. Bi means two. We have binomials of signs. Binomials of signs, we have the names, binomial classification. Okay, like with genus and species. A particular organism has a genus and also species name, and so when an organism is named with genus and species, we can say it's a binomial classification like. Okay, and we have binomials of mathematics, because two expressions, when they are expressed together, we call them binomials. Okay, you have seen them. You have seen binomials of mathematics, binomials of science. Okay, in your subjects, in your science and mathematics. Now we do have binomials in English. Okay, so these binomials, they are joined by a particular word called conjunction, we can say. Okay, now you can search for these binomials in your internet. Very good number of binomials are available in your internet. Okay, so these many, like with different colors, with pictures, okay, with clear explanation, you have them in your internet, or in any grammar book. You can refer, any vocabulary book, any vocabulary, I mean to say, wherever you find them, you can see in your vocabulary books, in your synonyms and in your antonyms books. Many books are there. You keep reading and you can identify them. So these are the ones you can see here: pros and cons, sick and tired, wear and tear, safe and sound. You cannot say sound and safe. Okay, they are fixed. They are fixed. Sooner or later, ups and downs, back and forth. They have their own meaning, children. We should know how they are used with their meanings. Okay, now aches and pains, bigger and better. These are there. Bread and butter, C's and S's, checks and balances. They go with each word. I mean, they go with each other together. Okay, you can have here, you can see here with or, with another conjunction, that is or, dead or alive. Okay, so these binomials will help you to understand how different vocabulary is used in different contexts or situations. Just see the pictures, children. What do you see there? Bread and butter. Okay, the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay, just you observe the pictures, and do you get any binomial expression in your mind? Yeah, please, you can help yourself. Now observe these pictures. Yeah, okay. Here this person is having eggs, and look at this boy, skinny boy, and see the hugs and kisses and all the parts, bits and pieces. Okay, so here binomials will help you to understand how words are combined, and at the same time you will understand how to use in a very different and also a particular situation. Okay, now you see in these images, are you able to trace the words out of your stock words in your mind? Yeah, you can see some pins there, nuts here, and some vessels or utensils. Okay, now once again you go back to the pictures and observe them. Now I am giving you a list of binomials. Okay, you go back and observe them, the images. Okay, the images, and find out the suitable binomial given in the list here. So many binomials are there. You have to use them in your spoken and written English. Then only you will get a good practice of using these binomials. Okay? Now, see, this is a session given in your textbook. This is a part of vocabulary activity in your textbook. Okay, find it out, and I think it's not a big thing for you. Easily you can understand and identify the meaning of them. Part and parcel, bread and butter, pick and choose, give and take, heart and soul. Okay, with the help of your teacher, you can easily identify the meaning. Okay, children, now let's see the answers. Part and parcel, an integral part, means a part along with rough and ready, almost finished. Leaps and bounds, big leaps, bread and butter, livelihood, pick and choose. Okay, give and take, help one another, heart and soul. Okay, dedicated, thick and thin, hard times or difficult times, odds and ends. So in this way, children, these binomials will help you to understand two different words combined, but they may have another meaning also. Okay, indirect meaning. Okay, we may not exactly get the meaning out of the word, but the actual meaning is hidden. Leaps and bounds means we may not understand. Pick and choose, or we may directly understand sometime. Bread and butter means it's not literal meaning of bread and butter over there. It's about livelihood. Okay, breadwinner of a family. That means the person is not just winning the bread there. He is giving livelihood, is providing livelihood to the family. So in the same way, leaps and bounds means big leaps or big changes, very big changes. Thick and thin, hard times, difficult times. Okay, the person is there with me, my friend is there with me in all my thick and thins. Like, okay, now heart and soul. Come on, put your heart and soul in the language learning, the learning of vocabulary. Then you can have your English enhanced. Okay, now, so children, here these idioms, binomials and different vocabulary what you learn under vocabulary session, they help you to learn a new language. We know that English is a foreign language. Okay, but we need to learn. We need to learn because it's our need. It's our need. Okay, you know pretty well. As we have discussed many times, words are the vocabulary of any language. Words are the main currency of any language. The vocabulary or the currency of any language. The more we have in our hand, the more we can use them whenever we need it. Okay, so binomials, you practice them in your writings. See how they work in a different way. See the meaning. Okay, learning any language is not just reading something or writing something. How the words are used, how you can use the words in different situations, that is the way how you can understand any, or you have to understand any text. Okay, so that will help you to grow more in your language. Okay, so let us all continue our endeavors of learning new words all the time, and keep loving the language, keep using the language in all the ways you can. Okay, see you again in the next session.